Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I use Manus AI to turn a video or webinar replay into a complete piece of software that you can sell. And this is a method I've actually used to make money, and it works very well. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to take something at its essence. We're going to create, like we did yesterday, a spreadsheet or like a theme or outline for our webinar, and then we're going to give the talk. Now, if you don't do webinars on your own or you don't create video content, this is something that you can do with Notebook LM. You just want to use the AI to map out the course. It's very important that you start with the mapping because this is what's going to be the thing that you sell. So going through here, when I use Manus AI, what I'm going to be doing is starting out with the dashboard idea, which is going to look something like. Now, it's important to note that while I've made lots of money online, the results are not typical, implied, or guaranteed. In fact, the vast majority of people trying to make money online make nothing. So don't take this as a promise you're going to earn money. Look at it as a business idea. And remember that you are responsible for all the content you put out. So always market responsibly and realize that this is a business. There is risk and reward. Like this here, but without the video, right? So something like, I think I have one over here, right, like this, okay? So this is the example of what it looked like before we added the video. So this is literally what I used on yesterday's training to talk about whatever it is I'm talking about. In this example, it was the faceless data video niches. So going through there, you can see I have the outline. If I was doing this with something like maybe Notebook LM or something like that, I would just go through and create each one individually. So I'd go with Notebook LM and make one with a shock stat, a data that sells, and I would do each individual chapter and then put them in. So it'll be a little bit different if you're doing this with faceless videos. If you're recording this on your own, what I would do is I just fire this up, walk through the stats, have the slides, talk about it, and then we're good to go. Now, when you're done, you're going to have probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, or maybe in some cases, you're going to have a lot more, maybe like 4 hours or whatever, in a video. Now, when you have this, what I do is I do this with Zoom. So as you can see here, we record all of our Zoom trainings. Now, if you want HD quality video, you could use a secondary backup recording. I use Camtasia. But if you just wanted to use Zoom, you can do this faceless by just showing your screen and having audio. Very simple. And then if you didn't want to use your own voice, you could go through, transcribe it, use 11 Labs to make a different voice. So it's very adaptable. Then what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to download these files. As you see here, Zoom is going to allow me to download them. And Zoom's fairly cheap. I think it's like $20 for the cheapest account. And I think the most we pay for ours is like $400 a month, but that's because I had years and years of recordings in there that they were saving. Okay, so it's usually pretty inexpensive. But what we're going to do here is we're going to download all of the files, and this is going to download the screen recording MP4. It's going to download the audio. You can see that one there. And then it's going to download the different transcripts. Okay, so that's one of the things that I like about Zoom is it actually does the transcripts. Now, when we're done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same dashboard like this here, and I'm going to plug in all of my data. As you can see here, I gave it the code for the video. So I uploaded the video to my server, gave it the code, and then what I did is I had the AI go through and timestamp where I talked about each section. So it broke it up into those 9 icons that you saw on the top. Also, what it's able to do is it's able to take that video player and start the video at the specific times when certain things are clicked on. So what it's doing is it's making a full software course that I could go through. I can have AI tools, I can have all this stuff and have something that I'm able to sell. This is what we did yesterday with this one, which was about the visual data. And now I have a product that we're going to sell. It's actually selling right now. I've done this with several others as well, and it's been extremely powerful. And one of the cool things you can do is you can actually sell people on the webinar. So you sell them a ticket to the webinar. And then at the end of the webinar, you could say, by the way, if you want the dashboard version of this, here's the upgrade link. And the upgrades are crazy good. I mean, the amount of upgrades I got on one, I actually had to go through and double check to make sure the numbers were right because I had never gotten that good of a conversion ever on webinars. But doing where you're selling more of the same, like, okay, you're on the webinar, now I'm selling you the dashboard so you can actually use this webinar over and over. That's where the magic is, and that's where this works really good. So what we're doing here is we plug in the transcript and the notes. Now, sometimes if it's a big webinar, I will have an outsourcer go through and actually take notes to see what I'm talking about. But if not, Zoom and Manus does perfectly. Like the transcript put into Manus will perfectly iron it out. Then what Manus does automatically is it actually puts those timestamps. So as you can see here, if I download this page, right, like this, we're going to go ahead and open it, and you'll see how it works. And then all I need to do is upload the video, upload this one HTML file, and lock access. I could do PayPal. I can use a membership site. I like to use a member, and bada bing, bada bang, we're ready to go. Now, over here would have my logo. It doesn't show because this is actually hosted locally. When I upload it, my logo will show there. And you can put whatever logo you have. Then we're going to go through, and you'll see the video actually pulls up at the parts that they click. So if they're going through here and they're like, oh, hey, I want to spin it into a blog post, boom, it's going to start right at that section. So it's almost like they have like a tutorial alongside the video, which is fantastic. And we can even go through here and it puts the notes, and then it also gives you a repurpose loop. So it gives you like the overview, gives you all the affiliate links that are tied in with all the different things you have there, all the tools used, and it even went through and made prompts based on what I was teaching. So going through, if they wanted to do data-packed info tutorials, here are the prompts that I mentioned on the video. I don't even have to take notes or pay attention. I just go through and do my training, and as if by magic, this puts it into a product I can sell. And you could see here, it even had tools used in the training and everything like that, which is phenomenal. And sometimes going through and looking at this, I mean, if you've done any type of training or any type of videos or webinars or anything like that, and you have a backlog catalog of them, you could start throwing those into Manus and getting products that you can sell. This is what we're doing here, where I have this one that's like a $27 intro product. And the idea is to get people into something that works. And watching this, if you were to say, wow, yeah, if you taught me how to do visual data videos in detail with prompts and tools and everything, that would totally be worth $27. Type totally worth it as a comment below, because this is the kind of thing that you can go through and do in a very straightforward way. Now, this was done on yesterday's video. So within a few hours of having that video downloaded, this thing was done and we're ready to go. And I can even ask Manus a follow-up question and say, now break this into 100 different social media posts that I can use to promote it. Now I have a promotion method, and it just keeps going and going and going. Now, I also did that over here for our AI website class. This was a bigger one. This was a class that we did for $127, where I taught people, here's how to make websites with AI based on all the things that I do that make money with affiliate marketing and products and digital products and all of that. And what I did is, again, I started with this dashboard, and you can see here on the webinar, the dashboard is what I used as my notes. This makes it easier because you're staying on point, and it's going to be broken up into that same dashboard. And the AI actually gives you the overview. So like if you are a physical therapist and you train people how to get big biceps or something like that, you could go through and have AI dissect all the different things you need to do. Oh, here's what you do with core training. Here's what you do with the dumbbells and the barbells and all of this stuff. And what it'll do is it'll iron it out into those boxes so that it makes sense. And once that makes sense, we can actually go through and record on that. And it's going to be pretty easy because you know your craft, right? Like if you're a mortgage broker, it's pretty easy. It's like first apply. Okay, what do you say on the application? Well, that's part one. Part two is how do you talk to the underwriter and bid on a house or whatever. And you're going to go through and have all those lined up, which makes it super easy. And now when I read that on the training, Manus AI actually takes it. You can see here where I gave Manus AI all of this stuff. I think it was this one here. So I gave it how to create a website zip. That's the zipped files with the video. Then I gave it the recording, which is the actual transcript. And then I gave it the dashboard that it made previously. So this is all based on stuff it made. All I do is show up and teach in the formatted way. And now I'm ready. I have a product. Then when I'm done, it goes through, it does all the work, takes about, I think this one took like 2 or 3 hours. and then it broke it into all these 16 parts, and then it had notes, it put my upgrade links, and the whole 9 yards. And when you're done, what you're going to see is the product is ready to go. I mean, this is something where I could start charging for it right away. And you could see here exactly how it works. So you have your logo, AI websites, and this is an actual live version. This is what people get when they pay right now. And yes, this is selling right now. You could see it gives you the overview, 3.5 hours of training, 16 chapters, 32 AI prompts, and it tells them to click the timestamp. So we can go here, see our buttons to upgrade. Those are our affiliate links or whatever it is. This could be used as an affiliate promo, right? Maybe you teach people how to do things with domains and sell a domain software. Very straightforward. Then as they go down here, it gives you the grid, and you'll notice it changes where they're at in the video. So if they're like, oh, I want to do a live site build, there you go. Very, very cool, very straightforward. In addition to that, it also went through and broke up each chapter, so they can click there. It'll change the video as well. It has the prompts and the notes. And let's see. So we have the prompt and the notes there. All of the chapters have those, which is really cool. And then down below, it actually has these little buttons you can click that'll take it even deeper into info. So there you have the big shift, talks about what that is. Then it goes through, here's the 5 site models that make money. Very, very straightforward, and it makes it super easy, and it increases the value of whatever your video or info product is. And if you don't do your own stuff, you could actually go find influencers and creators that don't know how to build these, and you can build them for them and charge a premium. I mean, if I didn't know how to do this, yeah, if someone was like, hey, I'll turn your video into a course or something like that, that would probably be worthwhile. Now, going through even more, there are some other segments that we had down here where it goes into web hosting basics, talks about all the basics there, and it even expanded on the stuff that I talked about, because I don't think I talked about WebP files or GIF or anything like that. We did like kind of browse the idea, but we didn't go in detail into JavaScript, and this actually did that, which is really cool, and it talks about the elements. Now, another thing I did is I used Manus AI to talk about 101 different website elements that help people convert, and this is all based on extreme amounts of data, studying, understanding, and my years in the industry. And what it did is it's like, oh, here's the benefit-driven headline, here's how it works, here's exactly the prompt to use to make it happen. And as a bonus, since this is just one file, I could tie it into a proxy file that goes into ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever, and now it will actually run the prompt for them, right? So now my tool would be AI enabled. This is something that is an absolute game changer if you understand what's going on, and it did this for all 101 of them. So if I was going to charge $100, or right now we're charging $127 for this, I mean, the value is immense, because the person looks at it and they're like, okay, 101 elements that make money on websites, yeah, those are worth $1.27 each, and I get the training on top of it, and I get the prompts, and I get all of the tutorials. Yes, this is absolutely a no-brainer. And that's what you want to do when you're making digital products, is make it to where the price seems ridiculous. Make it to where they're like, wow, I better get this now because this is so crazy of a price. I need to take action right now. And that's where you're going to go through and build these things up with AI and really build the bulk of what's going on. And this is where it really changes the game for people like me, where maybe I don't know how to do my thought structure in a way that would make sense in a course. Or maybe I don't know how to go out there and build something that people are going to get value out of and expand on it, right? I'm good at doing the webinar. I'm good at teaching the stuff, but not so much the afterthought, right? And for years I had been doing this, and sometimes I'd pay people to take notes, which was super expensive, and sometimes I would have no notes. But now using Manus AI, I mean, it just absolutely changes the game. You could see it also has the splash blueprint here, which is pretty cool. Shows you how to make a splash page, affiliate quick wins that show, oh, hey, you could do a tripwire funnel, or you could do a free shipping funnel. And this is the kind of thing where if I wanted to go through and do a webinar on all of these, or even just go through with Notebook LM and make little quick videos on all of these, this would be of value. Even if I was taken out of the equation and you did this with Notebook LM, probably not going to be as valuable because I bring insight and different types of thoughts to the stuff. But Notebook LM would be a great basic course. If you wanted to make a basic course with Notebook LM, have Manus put all the videos from Notebook LM into each little portion, this is the kind of thing you can do and have a digital product by the end of the week. Now, remember, I've made money with this stuff. I've been doing it for a long time. The vast majority of people trying to make money online make nothing. Take this all with a grain of salt. But I think that understanding, wait a minute, I can actually go out there, I can have a Zoom webinar this week, and by this time next week, I can have an entire web digital product ready to sell. And what we're doing here is we actually use, on the Join Marcus site, we use a member. So there's like a login there, and then this controls whatever they buy. So if they bought the AI class training, that gives them access to it. If they bought the high ticket niche, they get access to this. And what it does is it allows you to sell all of these on one platform, and using a member, it's like $150 one time. You own it for life, and you're good to go. And this is exactly what I've done that has made multiple seven figures on many different products I've had, and it works extremely well. But using Manus AI to go through and dissect big batches of information, big trainings that you do, is an absolute game changer. And structuring it this way will absolutely increase the value and give something that you can sell. Even if it's a giveaway you're doing, even if it's something simple, this will structure it in a way that people can see the value right up front, wouldn't mind paying for it. And if it's a free thing you're doing with affiliate marketing, then you can go through and sell a lot of affiliate stuff as well. But structure is everything, and Manus does that for the win. This is one of the things that I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, pretty much every day. It works really, really well. So if you enjoyed it, smash the like button. Check out video 1 and 2 in the description. This is day 3 of things that I do with AI that make me money. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.